Hello everyone and welcome. We are here doing some more battles against other streamers. If you haven't already, please do hit that follow button, that subscribe button. Been used to streaming on Twitch lately, and hit that bell icon to be notified next time I upload a video. So here we're doing an offensive battle, single battle with normal rules, offensive, using my new team that I built for this battle actually. So here we have an Eskew, a Grimmsnarl, a Incineroar, Mawile, Dracozolt, and Mimikyu. Now the Mimikyu you'll see has a red card on it. That is because this is my Trick Room setup. So this Mimikyu is designed to go in, knock something, send something out into a random Pokemon, set up that Trick Room, and then go into a next Pokemon. You can see that the Pokemon I'm looking to get out underneath the Trick Room is Mawile, which is a Assault Vest built to take special hits with Intimidate to lower my opponent's physical attack, allowing it to take hits more reliably, and then dish that back out with the Elemental Fangs, Sucker Punch, and Play Rough. The Grimmsnarl is there to set up screens. It gives me a bit more durability while setting up things like on my Eskew, the Muscle Band. It has Belly Drum. Now I could have gone with a Berry, but I felt like I wanted the damage output. The Incineroar is there to go in, Parting Shot, or U-turn out, or in a later game scenario, be a Scarf offensive attacker. And then we've got the Dracozolt. It's a Dracozolt. It has a Scarf. It has a few attacks that it can attack nicely, and it also has Volt Absorb. I did some testing with this one. I felt like I was able to more consistently sweep with Volt Absorb coming in, so absorbing an attack, and then getting a free switch into dish out more attacks. So we're going to start this. Battle off now, and let's see what my opponent David has brought. David is a Twitch streamer and uploads battles to YouTube. He does play a lot of Draft League, so I'm expecting some unique sets. Now I'm seeing the Galvantula there, probably looking to set up webs. There's a Grimmsnarl there, probably looking to set up some screens. I think I'm going to leave the Mimikyu here, looking at that possible Galvantula lead there. We do also see that there is a Rotom there, probably running Defog. Sylveon probably has a Throat Spray. David, being a Draft League player, has some obscure items. I think Throat Spray, Hyper Voice is very likely on that Sylveon there. I feel like that's probably going to be a Choice Banded Crocodile, and the Ferrothorn I'm not sure about. Because that Ferrothorn is puzzling me. Normally you'd see an offensive Ferrothorn on a Trick Room team, but this is definitely not a Trick Room team. So we're going to lead with the Mimikyu, looking to set up Trick Room as early as possible, and then just try to sweep and take advantage of the webs that may or may not come from that Galvantula. Now David's leading with Sylveon. Now I don't know how I feel about this, but I do like that if I can get this red card proc off when he gets the Throat Spray proc, I feel like the momentum might be in my favor here. So we're going to see a substitute. Very interesting, and I like the fact that I am slower than this thing, meaning I can get this Trick Room off nicely. And I think I'm just gonna hit this thing with a Shadow Claw. I'm looking to stay in here, and let's see. Here's the Hyper Voice, and that's going to then proc my Disguise, meaning I can take that hit nicely. I keep forgetting that Mimikyu gets Disguise. Disguise was changed in this game to basically mean that it now still takes damage, but it takes less damage. And we're going to bring in the Galvantula. That's going to get dragged in. And Shadow Claw's going to go off on that thing. Just under half, that looks. Maybe that was a damage roll. Let's just go with another Shadow Claw here. And Shadow Claw does connect and doesn't quite kill it, lives just barely. And we're going to take a Thunder here. Do we live it? Oh, we live that comfortably. We live that nice and comfortably, and we do outspeed thanks to the Trick Room with that Galvantula being on barely any health. So he's going to swap out here and go into Ferrothorn, which we are going to take some damage from. We're going to heal some health and take some damage here. Now that Ferrothorn's probably going to be slower than just about everything on my team. So he's going to appreciate being underneath the Trick Room here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap out because I'm not liking my chance of staying in, and go into the Mawile to get the Intimidate drop. Now Mawile has Fire Fang, which is good because that means that we can hit this thing very effectively and might cause David to swap out. The Intimidate prop goes off, and let's see what it goes for. It goes for the Gyro Ball. Very likely to be a minimum speed, but thankfully we went into one of our slowest Pokemon. Mawile is tied for the slowest with my Mimikyu, which is kind of why I wanted to come into this thing. And we are going to just go for the Fire Fang. He is going to swap out, which is very understandable, going into the Rotom, which is going to just eat up this Fire Fang. It's going to do nothing. Now I have to be concerned about Will-O-Wisp here, so I think I'm going to swap out, and I'm just trying to work out what I actually want to go into, because all my Pokemon are physical. I'm realizing this now after I've built the team that all of my Pokemon are physical and none of them want to be burned. An error on my side, but we're just going to go into the Grimmsnarl here. If Grimmsnarl gets burned, it's not the worst thing in the world. It's mostly here for setting up the screens and throwing up forms or two. So yeah, there's Will-O-Wisp, as expected. Grimmsnarl is now burned. Not the best, not worst, but it does mean that I do now get to throw up a light screen, and I should be able to eat up a Hydro Pump or Volt Switch from the Rotom. So the priority on light screen is going to be in my favour here, so I get to get it up before any attacks that even happen. And that's probably why it's going to be most favourable to me. He's just going to go for the hard swap here. Going back into the Ferrothorn, looking to get off the Gyro Ball on the Grimmsnarl. Grimmsnarl being a faster Pokemon means it's going to take more damage, plus the fact that it's super effective. So what I'm going to try to do here is I'm going to try to make a read, because I feel like the Ferrothorn might hard swap out, expecting the Mawile to come back in. I'm going to go for the Incineroar instead, because whatever he swaps into now, I can then heal it out. So I believe it feels like it's been 5 turns since the Trick Room went up. So we're still going to get the Intimidate prop on the Ferrothorn, lowering its speed, lowering its attack, and it's going to get a Leech Seed off. Now that's interesting. I'm assuming that was to get some passive healing off against the Mawile while I swapped in and he decided how he's going to play the turn. And I'm thinking I'm just going to Parting Shot out here and go into the Mawile. Trick Room is still up, so the Ferrothorn is going to get to land a hit before I do so, but that's why we make these choices. So the Ferrothorn's just going to get hard swapped out, which means I get a free turn here to Parting Shot. And I get to choose what I want to face off against the Pokemon comes in. Now, eventually it's going to come in, though. Now, that's going to cause some issues, because now Dave's got the perfect chance to get webs up before anything happens. So what I'm going to go into is probably just going to go into the... just going to go back into Mimikyu here. So I feel like Trick Room's just going to drop down sooner rather than later. Let's see how many turns are left on the Trick Room. Trick Room has gone, so perfect chance here to set it back up again. We know we can take a hit from the Galvantula. Here's Thunder. And we eat it up. Meaning that Trick Room gets set up nicely. And David now has to make a decision. Does he want to keep this Galvantula for a later turn, or does he want to sack it off here? So I'm just going to pick the Willow. So I feel like he's going to save the Galvantula for a later turn. Yep, there it goes. Switching out and going back into the Paraform, which is now going to nicely get burned if we land this Willow. Which we do! That burn is very clutch because he swapped that into a physical attacker. And that's going to play in my favour here. Now, I'm not sure if he's going to hard swap out or if he's going to go for the Leech Seed again. I'm thinking I'm just going to go into the Mawile and see what happens. Because Mawile's got a range of different types of attacks in order to hit a lot of his team favourably. And he goes, and there goes the Intimidate, and what does he go for? He goes for the Curse. He's looking to set up on the Mawile, knowing that his attack has now been dropped and his Paraform is burned, halving the damage he's going to deal. It also drops his speed, so it does double favour for him with Gyro Ball. That left wing is going to cause some issues, but Burn is going to keep that under wraps. And we're going to go for the Fire Fang. He gets the Leech Seed off. That's even more healing now, which is not great for us, but it is what it is. And here comes the Iron Barbs. After seeing that damage, it's going to be tricky for me to do better than that with anything else. I still haven't seen what his final move is, though. We've seen Gyro Ball, we've seen Leech Seed, and we've seen Curse, so that final move is probably going to be the make or break. And we're going to just go for the Fire Fang again. It's doing a nice fair amount of damage, and the Curse is going to go up. We are taking double damage from this, which is not nice, because we're taking Iron Barbs and Leech Seed. So eventually we are going to have to swap out. But we need to see how long we can stay in before we have to do that. It looks like we're not going to kill the Paraform with the Mawile. We might have to swap out soon. Because I think the next move is going to be a Gyro Ball, and that's probably going to kill the Mawile. But the longer we're in for, the more turns we have on the... there we go, there's the Twisted Dimensions go back to normal. So we get to land this Fire Fang now before the Gyro Ball, which is favourable for us. And the Paraform goes down. The Paraform goes down because of the crit. Cheeky little crit right there. Which means we get one turn to swap out the Mawile before it dies. So what's going to come in now? Because David knows that the Trick Room's gone. That means that Mawile is now slower than most of his team. She's going to go into Galvantula here. I think we're probably best going for Sucker Punch because he's going to try to get a free attack in with this Galvantula. And he doesn't. He goes for Sticky Webs. Now the question is, does he swap or does he stay in? He probably just stays in because he did just get a free heal now on the Galvantula. Yeah, I'm just going to go for the Sucker Punch again. And we land it this time. And it's just enough to kill. That is just enough to kill. So what's going to come in next? Because that's now 2 Pokemon down on David's side. Crocodile comes in now. We've now got a choice to make. Do we want to sacrifice all the Mawile or do we want to keep it for later switch-ins? I'm thinking I'm going to try to keep this thing alive and go into something else. Best bet here is to just go for the attack drop and neutralize what might be a choice band. And in comes the Incineroar. We get the attack drop. This is a risky play. We do get caught in that web, and let's see what happens. See what attack the Crocodile went for. And it went for the Earthquake, which is not good for us. But we do hold on there. We hang in, and I'm thinking I'm just going to U-turn out here. Oh, it's faster. This might be a Scarf. This might be a scarf set. So we lose Incineroar, which I'm going to take off the overlay here. And that means that we kind of have to have a tricky decision to make here. I'm thinking I'm going to go into Brimstone for Reflect. This will help mitigate the damage that this is going to deal. We do get caught in the web, but that's fine. We're not expecting to outspeed. We're just looking to get priority Reflect up. Sorry guys, my voice is going here. And we just dropped to that crit of a earthquake. Wow! He's out here catching up, and the Moxie boosts are stacking up as well. So what do we actually have to go into against this thing? Because it is going to outspeed everything. I think my best bet here is I'm going to lose the Icy Face and just go for ECU here. And try to land a Icicle Crash. Question is the Crocodile going to break my Icy Face, or is he just going to swap? Looks like he's going to choose to go for the switch out here, losing the Moxie boost, but keeping his Crocodile alive. And the Icicle Crash is going to go off and see what happens. Oh, we do just under half to the Grimmsnarl. I'm gonna click Belly Drum here. It's a risky play, but yeah, here comes a Reflect on David's side now. And I get off the Belly Drum, which now means that I do get a free attack here. And I gotta make it count. I've just gotta make this attack count. So let's go for the Icicle Crash again. And Grimmsnarl is just gonna break my Ice Face here. Very fair play, very fair play. It does boost our speed, but probably not enough to outspeed a Choice Scarf Crocodile, which is likely to be the end game that is going to make or break the entire battle. So we do get the kill on the Grimmsnarl now. Very clutch kill, but the Reflect is up, and that is going to hinder our game plan. I don't like my chances of surviving an attack from this Crocodile. Do I have anything I can swap into? Because the Moxie is also going to make things tricky. I don't really have many switch-ins for the Crocodile. The Crocodile is going to be the biggest issue on for my team. Oh yeah, I need to take the Grimmsnarl off the layout as well. That's my bad. So yeah, I think I'm just going to sack off the Mawile here, get a free switch in on something. So the Mawile's going to drop the attack, and then it's going to die to the attack and boost. So the attack's going to end up being neutral here. And Crocodile's just going to go for the Earthquake again. Now I don't know what I can actually go into to like survive an attack here, because my Dracozolt is weak to ground and Mimikyu is severely weakened. I'm going to try going into Mimikyu, and I'm going to attempt to just take down this Crocodile with Drain Punch. The Earthquake goes off, and Mimikyu dies to it. Yeah, that is probably GG's right there then. There goes the Moxie boost, and with the sticky webs up, I don't think there's anything I can actually go into here. So I'll go into Dracozolt. Let's just see what happens. Dracozolt gets caught in the web. I'm now back down to base speed. And let's see if I can land a Fire Fang. Nope, the Earthquake goes off, and that is going to be enough to kill Dracozolt. Yeah. Oh, wow! Dracozolt hanging in there. Hanging in on the red. Critical hit. No burn, and that is game. That is 100% game there. Crocodile gets off another earthquake, and there's no chance Dragon's surviving on 15. Yeah, multi boost. And our reflect wears off. That was probably the reason Dragon's ult lived, to be honest. And coming into this, yeah, the speed drop is going to mean that I'm not going to outspeed here. Let's just go for the ice core. Actually, waterfall. Yep, there's the earthquake, and that is GG's. Okay, I'm going to pull David in here, and we're going to discuss how that battle went. And yeah. Okay, and I'm here now with David. Wow, that battle! Crocodile ended up being the MVP for you there.
Why is it? Every time I pull a blinder out, I'm the one not recording.
I mean, I made a massive misplay assuming that was a choice band. That was my biggest misplay there, was assuming choice band. Because I stayed in thinking, oh, that's speed, and I'll manage to get and I'll try to go for the flinch or the kill. And it ended up being choice scarf, and I was like, yep, that's the game, that's the clincher. Yeah, you got a number of criticals. You did get a number of criticals there. And that crit to take down a Ferroform was big on my side.
Yeah, so it's only fair that I fight back.
But yeah, definitely a good game. It was looking close towards the start, and then once you managed to get off the surprise scarf, that turned it around for you, and you managed to just end up going, what, 4-0 speed?
Something like, no, I think I'm right.
Well, 4 Pokemon were still left on the screen, so that meant that 4 of them got taken down in a row there.
Well, I know... How many did I have there?
You had 3 left. It was currently... At the time, it was 4 to 3, and you just ended up going 4 kills in a row with the Crocodile.
Yeah, I'm kind of gutted though that I let the Galvantula go too easy. I should have just played weapons again.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you were gonna let the Galvantula go down or if you were gonna swap out. I just had to go for the Sucker Punch and try to get the kill.
Well, I mean, I literally tried to. So I literally sent it back in a stack of.
Yeah, I figured that. Yeah, I figured that was the case there.
But yeah, being able to get that sticky webs off.
Well, I didn't have any turns left on the Trick Room, so you were faster than me, so I basically was in the mind of either I go down here to a Thunder or I try to kill you off with a Sucker Punch, and then you click the webs and it just devastated it because there was no going back from that.
Yeah, the first Sucker Punch was getting the webs off there. That was really important.
If you hadn't gotten the webs off, one of my 2 Scarfers would have been able to come in and take down the Crocodile.
Yeah. Yeah, but that because, like, knowing that I was Scarf Pro.
Yeah, once I'd worked out the Scarf, it was a case of I had to get something to outspeed it, but that wasn't happening.
Well,
I think you took out 2 Pokemon before I even realized you were Moxie. So yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching the video. Please leave a subscribe and hit the bell. David here is actually going to be joining me for a new project, which is going to be doing a Soul Link of. I think we agreed on Sword and Shield, didn't we?
Yeah.
So keep an eye on the channel for a Soul Link, and also I'm in a draft league, so keep an eye out for any draft league battles as well. But that is all from me. Thank you for watching the battle. I hope you enjoyed, and see you all next time.